Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my February book haul part 2. So, I bought a lot of books this month. It just happened. So, I did buy a few more extras because of a sale that ended up at the end of the month, but I still did not follow any buying guides or guidelines that I had set up at all. So, I have to restart for March. Yeah. So, March is supposed to be a small month for me. I don't have any library book sales that I know of. I expect to read a lot of my own books and a few library books. I don't expect to buy a lot, so I already have a few that are coming. So I'm hoping there's only going to be one book haul in March, but I have make no promises because clearly that doesn't work for me. So we're just not going to worry about that. Sorry. Long intro. Point is, this is my book haul part 2 because the first book haul was a library book sale I did with my dad a little over a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever. Point is, we're going to talk about all the books I bought online or in bookstores. So let's start with online. Is again my majority. I tried not to do that this month, still did not work. So I'm working on that. That's one of my things to work on. So I have 2 books that I got from Book Depository. I got A Sting in the Tail by Dave Goulston. I've been wanting to read this for a while. This is a nature nonfiction, I guess about his, I think he's dealing with bees and stuff. So it tells a story of that. And I think some land he watches or something. I'm not even positive. But I hear a lot of good things about it. And I've seen this and I finally bought this really pretty cover. I finally just broke down and just bought it one day. Which is what happened with a lot of these. This one, though, I've been waiting for. That is Murder in the Dark by Simon R. Green. This is the paperback version of, I think it's book number 6. Yes, number 6. So I have the other ones over there. I read them first from the library because the hardbacks are like 30 bucks and these books are not very big or very long. I wait for paperbacks. It seems to take them twice as long to get a paperback out as it does for hardbacks. They're already on number 8. So of the series, again, this is the Ishmael Jones series by Simon R. Green. They're like supernatural British murder mysteries at a country manor kind of thing, but they're fun. They're just fun romps. I just enjoy his writing, especially on his short stuff. These, again, I have a lot of his books that I really enjoy series, and this is one I've been enjoying so far. Again, we're up to book 8, but this is number 6, just came out in paperback, and I finally got it. So, anyway, at some point I'll be rereading them, probably when I find out the series is about to end. But I've been reading them as they go, and I just collect them as they go, because even though that was an expensive paperback, the hardback was way more expensive, and it's so small, I can't justify. So then I'm going to do a couple Amazons. I had a pre-order of A Heart of Blood and Ash by Milla Vane. It's a Gathering of Dragons, the first novel in that series. This is barbarian fantasy romance, I guess is what it is what I hear. I hear it's brutal. I hear it's really good. I read her short story. Oh, what was the name of that collection? I do have the collection that the first book was, the short story was in. Was that Wild Invitation? I don't know. Anyway. Point is, Milla Vane is the pen name of another, with another name is Mel Jean Brooks. Sorry, there's no S. Brooke. I love her Iron Seas series. I haven't read the Guardian series yet. It's still on my to-read list. But I love the Iron Seas. It's like one of my favorite series. So this is her new series, Barbarian Romance. We're going to see how that goes. I've heard really good things about it, so we'll see. I'm hoping to get to it in the next couple months. I'm trying this year to, because that was a pre-order. I'm trying to read my pre-orders. We're gonna try. This was a pre-order, but I've already read this a couple of times. This is Wolverine by Nalini Singh. It's the paperback version of book number, 18? I don't remember. It must be 18. It's getting up in the series where it's hard to keep track of the numbers. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite series, the Psy Changeling series. Which has psychic people, psychics, shifters, and normal humans vying for power in the world. This is, again, it's a urban fantasy well, it's pretty much paranormal romance where there's a main couple of their issues, and then it's like the world, things are happening as well as that. I love this. This is one of my favorite books of the series, of the newer ones. I have already read it twice. I bought the ebook first because I don't buy the hardbacks, so I now have my paperback version. Another paranormal romance series is Iron Master. I don't know which number it is, and The Shifters Unbound. I am behind. This is book 12. It says it told me. Thank you. So this is book 12 in the Shifters Unbound series. First one started with. Oh no, I'm not gonna Pride Mates. No, that must have been the other one. I don't remember which one is which. I've really enjoyed this series, but I've only read about 8 or 9 of the books, and several a lot of short stories in it, or novellas. So, and one of my favorites is one of the novellas. Bodyguard is my favorite. Anyway, but overall this series has been great. I just have not got back to it. I've been collecting these books as they come out, and I'm really way behind. So Jennifer Ashley is an author I really enjoy. I like her historical romance as well as her shifter fantasies here, or romance. But I read her a lot when I caught up on all her books, and then I got to a point where I just started collecting and not reading her. So I need to get back and read. I have tried to catch up on her historical fiction, her historical romance. I'm still a couple behind, but I'm getting closer. But this is one of the series this year I would like to try to catch up on as well. But this is book number 12, and I think I've only read like 8. So I'm a couple behind, but we'll find out. I'm gonna try to get to that. And then I picked up Flight 232 by Lawrence Gonzalez. This is a story of disaster and survival, and this has to do with the Sioux City United Flight 232 that crashed back in the 90s. Oh, 89. Sorry, 89. So I remember hearing about this and stuff. It turns out that I know somebody who was on the flight. I did not know that until just recently. And I'd already been looking at this because sometimes I watch those TV programs about airplane crashes. I don't know why I do that. A lot of times it turns out right before I go on vacation too. I don't know why I do that, but I haven't watched those in a while. But you know, the ones where they talk about all the weather as well as mechanical things that can go wrong. Don't watch it before you go on a flight. But anyway, so I've always been interested in this just because I heard about this book. I don't know if I saw it. I don't think I saw it on YouTube. I think I saw it online somewhere. Anyway, but now that I know somebody who was on it, I feel more of an inclination to learn more about it. So I picked this book up. I didn't have to buy it right now. I just did because I felt like I needed it. And then I picked up the second and third book in the Transylvanian Trilogy, or the Writing on the Wall Trilogy, by Miklos Banff. Anyway, I had the first book, They Were Counted, but they were divided and they were found wanting. I don't remember which is 2 and which is 3 anymore. But I got them both off Marketplace. I had the first book already, but I decided that I was afraid they might change the covers, and I thought, well, I might as well just get them all. And I am going to do a buddy read later in the year for the first book, and I just picked up the other 2 because I did that day. It was maybe not the best purchase because I don't even know if I'm going to like the first book, but they're really pretty, so I just picked them up. So that was maybe not the greatest plan. I don't actually remember now what these are about or what time period. It's something about, it has wars and things. I just don't remember what the time period. It was written in the 30s. And it was translated, it doesn't say from what, by Patrick Thurfield and Caitlin Banff-Jean. I wonder if she's related. But I don't know from what language. Anyway, I don't know enough about this anymore, but maybe you guys do. I don't know. I know that I saw them like a long time ago on BookTube here, and I bought the first one, and I just haven't got to it. Anyway. And then I got 2 books off of eBay. I should not have discovered that. Anyway, but I was looking for this book, and I did not find it when I was searching Powell's, my local bookstore, which I'll get to in a second, back in January when I spent my gift card money. So they did not have this book, even though they said they had it, but it wasn't where I could find it. But it's Loving, Living, and Parting Party going, which is 3 books. This trilogy by Henry Green. And I've heard really good things about it. I don't know. I just know it has to do with some people like living those work. So it's during World War II, servants and masters in an Irish castle. So that's about all I know. I've seen some people read the first one, and I just was interested. And I guess the first book came out in 45. Yeah, 45 and then 20. No, that's not right. I have not a clue. I'm confused on the dates. So but it was modern classic. I don't know. I'm gonna try them out. I don't know. If you know anything, let me know. I don't know who I saw had that, but it's been on my list for like a year or so, and I finally just wanted to get it so I can try that, at least part of it. And then I showed this in my March TBR, but I got The Secret World of OGG by Pierre Burton and illustrated by Patsy Burton, which I think is his daughter. Anyway, so it's a young adult. Well, no, I don't actually know if it's a young adult. I know it's a juvenile fiction is what they put back here. And so it could just be children's. It's probably children's because it's probably more grade school. I mean, it has a lot of text, so I don't know. I just don't remember what I read back in grade school, how much text. Anyway, so I'm just going to read this probably pretty soon. I remember watching the cartoon special on TV when I was younger, and I don't know if I knew that there was a book or if I read it when I was in grade school. I remember watching this show in the 80s, so I don't know. But I just got it because I could. One of my friends had mentioned it, and it made me think of it. And then I got 3 books yesterday, kind of spontaneously, because I got an email saying that Powell's was having a 29% off everything of all the books. So my brother and I went. He only bought 1. Because he has restraint. I bought 3. So the first one, I made a mistake. So I bought The Captive Queen of Scots by Jean Plaidy. I've been wanting to pick up one of her books in a really long time. Problem is, I picked up book number 2 in the Mary Stuart series. So I had to buy something today online. So anyway, so this is book 2, and it's like historical fiction about Mary Queen of Scots. So I do want to try her series. She has so many books, and again, this is another name for the author Victoria Holt, which I read almost all of her books. So when I was younger. So this was I just didn't cross over to these historical fictions, and she has so many, and I want to try one. So I thought I would try one of the shorter series, because there's a lot of series I want to try that are all, British history. There's some other ones. There's Catherine de Medici and some other ones too as well that I'd like to try. But I want to start with a shorter of the series, which is the Mary Stuart one. So there's 2 on her, and then there's a 3rd one on Anne Stuart, which I can't right now. I don't remember who that is, like how that's connected, but I'll find out. But I made a mistake and I bought the 2nd one. I thought this was the first one. And I think it's because it says burn the murderess up here, but then it says so begins, and I thought I took that as the first book, and no, it's actually the 2nd book. So anyway, I really, Mary Queen of Scots was one of the ones I really liked to research when I was a kid, so I'd like to read some historical fiction on her. Then I picked up 2 science fictions. I picked up A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe by Alex White. This is one of those ones where there's a ship and they're racing against time to hunt down the greatest warship ever built. And I hear nothing ever goes right, not kind of thing. I hear it's funny, and I think this was the one that was funny. God, I hope so. Anyway, so there's a trilogy, and I think they're all out now. So I figured I'd pick the first book up, trying to get more into, I read a lot of science fiction here and there, but I want to pick up more. I have a lot to read though. And then the last one is another one called Creation Machine. This is a tale of the spin. Oh, I don't remember what the name of the series was. I'm sorry. I didn't say. I don't recall. The Salvagers is that series. So this is the spin. So this one the Creation Machine has to do with a woman who her father is grabbing for power, and I think he's gonna kill her and anybody else who could get in his way. And she's looking to, she flees to the frontier to kind of get away from him, and then somehow she comes across something, that there's some godlike machine that creates universes or creates something or other, and so she's somehow going to be involved in that. But anyway, that one also, I think all 3 were out. I don't know, I just saw the first book, or at least they're planned. So anyway, so I had seen this online. I don't know if it was on BookTube. I don't think so. I think it was just somewhere else, but I picked that up because there was a sale. Anyway, so those are all the books that I picked up that were not at the library book sale. Wow. Anyway, I'm not, as much as I want to curb, and I have technically, because even though I spent a lot of money this month, it's still less than what I was spending last year. So, I mean, I'm still going to try to work on, March is hopefully going to be a smaller month. I really want to focus on what books I have in-house, and a couple of library books that I am getting. And I shouldn't really need to buy anything. That said, I did buy a book today to make up for my mistake on that one, but we'll see what happens. So, if you guys read any of these books or know anything about them, let me know. And have you guys bought any really good books lately? Let me know. Talk to you guys later. Bye.